As winter's deep freeze grips the Klondike, another intense season of gold rush has come to a close, and with it, a dramatic final chapter in the miners' quests for fortune. Season 15 pushed Parker Schnabel, Rick Ness, Tony Beets, and Kevin Beets to their physical and emotional limits. They battled not only nature and failing machinery but also the weight of their own ambitions. Now, with final gold tallies revealed, fans finally have their answer: who walked away a champion, and who fell short in one of the most unpredictable seasons yet. From million-dollar payouts to narrow misses and bold new beginnings, the Gold Rush Season 15 finale delivered unforgettable moments and gold totals that reflect just how brutal and rewarding the gold mining business can be. No miner came into Season 15 with bigger aspirations than Parker Schnabel. Known for his relentless drive and daring strategy, Parker set out to mine an astounding 10,000 ounces of gold, an audacious target that would shatter previous personal records. But even for the veteran miner, Mother Nature and underperforming ground had other plans. Early in the season, equipment problems plagued Parker's crew, including breakdowns at his primary wash plants, Bob, Roxanne, and the old-school Rock Gobbler. Simultaneously, an unusually early freeze-up and difficult ground at Dominion Creek began eating away at his timeline. By mid-season, Parker was forced to reduce his target from 10,000 ounces to 8,000 ounces. Desperate to make up lost ground, Parker rolled the dice by acquiring and opening the Gold Run claim in the final weeks. Despite this bold move and a valiant push through the snow and ice, his crew was ultimately unable to bridge the gap. The final weigh-in at Gold Run delivered 749.02 ounces, a strong performance in isolation, but not enough. In total, Parker Schnabel's crew mined 6,837.04 ounces, valued at over $18.3 million, his most profitable season ever in terms of revenue. Yet for Parker, it wasn't enough. "This is the first time in 14 years I've failed to meet my goal," he admitted, visibly frustrated. "It's a hard pill to swallow. But we'll regroup and come back harder next year." Though disappointed, Parker remains undeterred. The stage is now set for a fierce comeback in Season 16, with Parker Schnabel vowing to never miss his target again. If Parker's story was one of frustration, Rick Ness' tale was one of redemption. Returning to the gold fields after a year away in personal battles, Rick arrived at the season's start with a tight budget, a lean crew, and a risky plan. After reinvesting all his Rally Valley earnings into the promising, but largely untested, Vegas Valley ground, the pressure was immense. The season didn't go easy on Rick. Frigid temperatures, broken machinery, and a leaking water line threatened to sink the operation before it even got going. When a snapped shaker belt shut down the plant early, many feared the worst for Rick's gold total. Then came the finale, and a stunning twist. At the final weigh-in, Rick initially reported a modest 110.79 ounces, which visibly disappointed the team. But then, in dramatic fashion, Rick revealed two hidden canisters, one with 200 ounces and another with 100 ounces, shocking his crew. The true total was a staggering 1,742.22 ounces, worth $4,669,149. But that wasn't the end of the surprises. To thank his 7-person crew for sticking with him through the hard times, Rick gifted them a 25-ounce gold bonus, valued at around $50,000, a powerful moment that underscored the loyalty and resilience of his team. Rick now has his sights set on returning, pending a license renewal at Duncan Creek, and feels more confident than ever. No family in Gold Rush carries the legacy of mining like the Beets, and in Season 15, they proved that experience and teamwork can still deliver incredible results. While Tony Beets, the self-proclaimed king of the Klondike, orchestrated a sprawling operation across multiple claims, each member of the Beets family played a pivotal role in achieving a record-setting season. Tony, who spent much of the season delegating and supervising, relied heavily on his children and nephew to keep the sluice boxes running across Indian River, Paradise Hill, and the newly acquired Herald claim. In a display of operational scale and coordination, the Beets crew delivered gold from multiple plants. Cousin Mike ran the massive sluice lot at Indian River, yielding 211.88 ounces, worth around $565,000. Son Mike produced 228.07 ounces from his trommel plant at Paradise Hill, worth over $600,000. Monica Beets, using the newly operational Harold Wash plant, added 46.56 ounces to the season's total. By the end, the Beets family tallied an astounding 5,777.12 ounces, beating their original target of 5,000 by over 700 ounces. It marked their most successful season ever, with Tony calling it his best gold total in 40 years of mining. "This is what happens when the family pulls together," Tony said proudly. "This is the best we've done, period." While Tony celebrated the family's success, his son Kevin Beets was quietly writing his own legacy. Breaking away from the family business, Kevin launched a solo operation at Scribner Creek alongside Faith Tang. Investing his personal savings into the venture, Kevin's goal was simple: prove he could run a successful mine on his own terms. Things weren't easy. Equipment failures, including a shredded feeder belt, reduced efficiency. Crew members like Chase Dreger and Hunter Canning had to leave, forcing Kevin to make do with a bare-bones team. But through grit and determination, Kevin's team pushed through the final 3 weeks of the season. Their final weigh-in delivered 375.80 ounces, valued at over $1 million. With his share of royalties from the Beets family claims, Kevin's personal season total came in at 1,056.57 ounces, well above his original target. "I wanted to prove I could do this without my dad, and I did," Kevin said with pride. Kevin's breakout season marks the beginning of a new chapter for the youngest Beets miner. Whether he returns to lead his own mine or reunites with the family, one thing is certain: he's now a boss in his own right. In total, the season 15 finale saw a combined gold haul of 15,413.31 ounces, with an estimated value exceeding $41.1 million. Leading the charge was Parker Schnabel, who mined 6,837.40 ounces worth over $18.3 million, marking his most lucrative season to date despite falling short of his ambitious 10,000-ounce goal. Tony Beets and his family delivered an impressive 5,777.12 ounces valued at approximately $15.4 million, achieving the best result of Tony's 40-year mining career. Rick Ness, returning to the gold fields with just 7 crew members, produced 1,742.22 ounces worth about $4.6 million, a powerful comeback story. Meanwhile, Kevin Beets, striking out on his own, mined 1,056.57 ounces worth an estimated $2.8 million, successfully proving himself as a solo mine boss. Together, their efforts highlight one of the most profitable and dramatic seasons in gold rush history. As the snow buries the claims and the miners head home, one thing is clear: season 16 is already brewing with tension, ambition, and the promise of redemption. Season 15 of Gold Rush wasn't just a race for ounces, it was a season defined by resilience, reinvention, and raw ambition. Each miner faced their own unique trials. Parker Schnabel confronted the limits of even his unmatched drive, Rick Ness clawed his way back from personal and professional darkness, the Beets family doubled down on legacy and teamwork, and Kevin Beets stepped boldly into a leadership role, staking his own claim both literally and figuratively. Although not every miner hit their original goal, the final numbers tell a story of immense growth, learning, and, for many, triumph. Parker Schnabel, though falling short of the 10,000-ounce dream, walked away with the most profitable season of his life, proof that even setbacks can be lucrative when backed by vision and hustle. Rick Ness, once teetering on the edge of collapse, proved his doubters wrong with a staggering haul and a crew who believed in him until the end. Tony Beets, the Klondike veteran, saw his decades of experience pay off with a season he calls his best in 40 years. And Kevin Beets, no longer just a member of the Beets legacy, earned his stripes as a mine boss who can stand on his own. As the snow buries the wash plants and the Klondike falls silent, the miners leave behind more than just sluice boxes and haul roads. They leave behind new stories of redemption, rivalry, and reinvention. Whether it's Parker vowing to never miss a goal again, Rick hinting at a powerful return, Tony relishing a generational victory, or Kevin forging his own destiny, the seeds for season 16 have already been sown.